relief. So I was reading these books, and that made me realize how much power I have within me, and and in my subconscious mind, and we can heal ourselves. And then I was experimenting with that in a month's time, and then my TB healed.
I was not able to control my anger and stress, all those things. I was expecting the world around me to change. So after starting meditation, initially I was unable to, sit for even 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So after sitting in, practicing for a month or two, I started realizing the world within me started to change. I was able to deal things in a more positive manner. I was living to the greater mind. Things were falling in place, basically. I didn't know that was because of meditation.
Buddha CEO meditation now is completely different. My mood during the day is wonderful, and I feel I have a lot of energy during the day, which I used to be pretty exhausted before. So it's complete 360-degree turnaround for me. I can't thank you, all of you, enough for this. Thank you so much.
Meditation, as you can tell, is a very, very easy process. When we are meditating in a group, in a large group, that energy is non-local, non-linear. So we are experiencing energy, and we are all connecting in a larger energy circuit. As we go along, we understand this.
Happy morning, everybody. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. Meditation is spirituality, spirituality is meditation. It took me some time to understand then, and Patriji used to say this, and meditation is the gateway into spirituality. It's opening the doors to truly understand, because that is that infinite. It is only a door that opened for us to explore ourselves, explore the reality around us. Because it's like that key opening the lock, which is helping us experience this infinity easily, most efficiently, without any doubt or uncertainty. Everyone who is observing the breath will have to empty the mind to become one. And so then we start exploring. Our experiences 1 year later will be different than now. 5 years later, they'll be different from now. Many spiritual concepts become concepts. They stay concepts without meditation. That's why the statement meditation is spirituality, because without meditation, they stay as concepts. Intellectually, we understand. Intellectually, we may understand that this is there, that is there. Controlling anger, one can go on talking about many, many lectures. Creativity, we can go on doing many lectures around it. But the practice can only come, and so that knowledge becomes wisdom only through this process. So as practitioners, it's good to understand some of the barriers that may that may hold us back, barriers to progress. Yesterday we learned one, which is we may go into states of withdrawal, and then there may get an immense pressure around. So we recognize it, we stay connected with fellow meditators, co-travelers, senior masters. So we recognize that phase, and then we come out of it. Before that, there was a newsletter talking about regularity in meditation. That's number one. If you're not regular, then regular for a few days at least to make this really, really into you. And afterwards, of course, it becomes regular. So regularity is there. Recognizing that phase of withdrawal is there. Then the barriers in the path. Carlos Castaneda talked about these 4 barriers. The Shaman Master, amazing set of books. He's a true spiritual scientist. Shamans are from South America. Like in India, we call yogis, is a word you give for anyone exploring spirituality, or spiritual masters, we call them shamans there. The shaman masters believe similar concept that we are light, and they have the capability to become light, transform themselves into light. So he was an apprentice at Don Juan, who is a master in South America. So he has written many books. Teachings of Don Juan is one of the books to starting point to read his books. Teachings of Don Juan. Dense spiritual subject we get. So the 4 barriers they talked about for every practitioner are fear, 1, half knowledge, 2, power, siddhi, 3, and spiritual old age, 4. All of these play out during different parts of our progression. Fear is the first one. It's always a barrier. Now, these barriers are generally there even for learning anything. They are the barriers in learning. So fear is the first barrier, which is essentially holding us in our comfort zone. And so we don't progress because we are fearful of losing something. We are fearful of losing our present experience. Of course, it is based upon the old myths that one has. So when we launch a 40-day program, when we tell companies, the first thing that comes is, oh, every day 90 minutes or 75 minutes or 40 days, we are very busy. We can't, I don't think our execs can join. The conviction to present won't be there for the person because they themselves are not convinced. And then where is it coming from? The fear of looking bad if I go and present to an exec that, okay, I've got to do a 40-day, 75-minute program every day. Fear of looking bad. There are many fears for which we don't go forward. Meditation, I think I have to give up meat. Not possible. So we don't venture into it. Same thing in our meditation practice. Once we come in, we get a experience where our body is lifting off. We're fearful, so we only do so much. We say, this is scaring me out. Let me go away. We end up doing only 10-minute meditation, 15-minute meditation, because anything beyond then you start getting an experience. So we stay away from it. We don't want to venture into it. Our fear of travel alone is there. Going in and attending a 3-day program requires one to travel. Fear holds us back to go forward and then learn and attend the conference or a workshop or a program, or go to an ashram, go to a spiritual place, whatever. So the fear is the first barrier in helping us go forward progress. I am getting better, I know. I'm getting better, I know, with my regular meditation, but I'm fearful of reducing the dose of whatever that I'm everyday taking. I'm fearful of making a change to the practices that I'm doing, which are either not good for the body or wasting my time. I do a lot of practices to take care of my body, which have been told to me, but now with meditation, where I get better, I'm fearful of making the change. I don't change and continue to do that and this and many things. When our intuition is stronger, when we feel that, yes, I'm done with old thing, it's no longer relevant for me, we need to shed those. It's no longer relevant, we need to shed those. Otherwise, they continue to interfere. So it's only because of the fear. So to holding on to an old belief and old practice, not coming out of the comfort zone. Okay, my meditation is good, I'm feeling peaceful, and then I'm there like this here. My 15 minutes of mindfulness practice is great, so I'm happy. Fine. But when there's a serious adversity is where things start crumbling. The strength to hold on, the strength to be able to respond or be resilient would be missing. We explore and until we cross the fear of death, explore completely. Then we can explore the infinity. So the first barrier that I talked about is fear. What do we do for fear? We jump in and do it. We jump in, whatever that we're fearful of. We jump in and do muster all courage and do it once. First time, this is only the first time. If we do it once, then it's over. So when we jump in with all the courage, now with my regular meditation is giving us strength, all the courage, we also understand there is intelligence which is constantly paying attention to us. And then when you are sincerely going forward and say, hey, I'm going to travel no matter what, and go to that place. And when you muster the courage and then jump in, there is constantly the intelligence is coming forward and helping us. So you will come out always with flying colors. The key is to jump in with a positive, confident attitude. Jump in with that thing at that moment. I am going, and then we don't do it with, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Is it really going to help me? I think I know I'm going to get into trouble. We don't go with this dialogue. Instead, we go with this very positive, muster the courage at that point and jump in. Whatever that we fear most, we jump in and do that once. There's a beautiful park at home, and after 9 o'clock, we are fearful of walking. Great nature. To be there, to be with this space, ether, and at the same time greenery around walking. But you're fearful of even walking out. But now however you enjoy nature, you want to do that. Jump in and do once. enhance our spiritual practice when we are able to go out, because the full moon meditation, we want to love it, we enjoy it, we want to do it on the terrace or in a park. So fear is the first barrier that we jump in and do it. Otherwise, we hold ourselves back from practicing. Particularly as we are potentially going to get an out of the body experience, or suddenly somebody may come and then teach you. Suddenly you may get a message and say, hey, you know what, this accident is happening. You get freaked out. I don't want all these things. I don't want to see some of this future, so we'll hold our back. The events that are going to be revealed to you, you don't want to see it, you hold your back, yourself back. Not go on to, so we stop our meditation. I reduce our meditation. Everything is safe in meditation. And so demystifying all of these fears is reading. Demystifying is reading. A Study in Karma by Anubis, small book, but packed with so much information on karma science. You understand it. How karma and free will are playing together. So then we do everything not belief-based, instead we do it based on understanding. The second barrier is half knowledge. Half knowledge is as we are learning and we start experiencing things in our life, many synchronicities start coming. Synchronicities start coming. Of course, suddenly from zero, when we learn, until before, we are a less mortal being. We are a mere Chandra, mere this, but now suddenly when revealed that you are this infinite power, you are this unlimited. You have anything you can, you're capable of doing anything. So there is a totally opposite understanding, right? From this to this. Everybody is creating my future to now. My thoughts, my feelings create my reality. Total opposite. So much empowerment. So things start happening for us, and then in the process of doing it, we start believing that what I know is truth. I read this book of 100 Ways of Karma and say that now I know everything about karma science. So we operate from that angle, this half knowledge. Because we'll have some things happen for us. Synchronicities come, some things are being created, manifestation is occurring. Of course, we also changed as a personality, gotten better, so people gave good comments about you. So now we get into that ego self to protect itself, that image. So this half knowledge is there, and then half knowledge is we feel whatever I'm saying now is right because there is attraction, that people are listening to me. Not fully understanding half knowledge. So the half knowledge is a barrier for many, many people. They stop listening to others. What do we do when we have this half knowledge? We stop listening to others. Okay, Patriji is doing a class. It's the same class again, meditation. I think it's sufficient. I've already heard it. It's the same thing that's going to tell. That statement is from half knowledge. Because always there is some pearls of wisdom are coming out from him, always. Our understanding will change. You might say the same thing, but our understanding will change. That is also in half knowledge understanding. That I've just heard it, so it is the same thing, repetition. So many times this half knowledge, because we are getting better, good. I mean, this is better than a previous state that we were in. At least now we're able to create our future in our own hands. So we have that confidence, but essentially half knowledge is also equal to overconfidence. So the way to overcome this half knowledge stage is to constantly be grounded and then say, I know nothing. Be in the zero state. Be zero. The more zero we can be, the more hero we become. Be zero all the time. I met Karthikeyan 5 times, but now again I'm meeting as if I'm meeting for the first time. I don't know this time what Karthikeyan sir may talk about, without any prejudice of what has happened in the past. And so what I think he will say now, half knowledge we can overcome by being in the state of zeroness all the time, as if I don't know when I'm approaching a situation, a meeting, a place, as if I don't know, so that we can be fully receptive mode. We can continue to learn fully. We are fully in the receptive mode. Of course, we apply what we know. When that situation, that moment comes where you have to apply, we will do it, but not otherwise. So being in the zero state is very, very important. Enlightenment is to recognize that there is infinity to learn. What I know is so little. And there is infinity to learn. And then enlightenment is also to recognize that I can learn from everybody. So the third barrier is power, or siddhis. So then we progress further. We overcame fear, so we started experiencing. Then we start seeing a few things. Then we become very confident. We do sessions, so people are saying all prize for you. So of course, this half knowledge is coming. We put ignorant to others. Then we have zero state, so no problem, we overcome that. So then we're increasing our practice. So we start getting powers. We can heal others. We get energy. We get this intuitional understanding when we see somebody else. We get this message in meditation here. This may happen, that may happen. The siddhi is, the power is there, because of which one get trapped into that. Many masters, this is a stage where they stay back. They are in that state. They help. Sure, people are benefiting. But then we are in that particular thing, whatever they've learned, because it's giving that power. And in that power, we stay in it without realizing. Without realizing, they stay in it. And as a result, there is no learning anymore around. I'm expert in past lives. I just stay in that past life. I'm expert in some Reiki healing. I just stay in healing, not recognizing that there is so much to learn. There are several methods that continue to, several more things that are empowering. So there is more easier, faster methods that I explore. But we believe what I am good at is what is there, and we get stuck in it. So we go on doing the same aspect because we are essentially indirectly got stuck with that power. So I got that power to heal. So I become and then I stay in that. So this is a tougher stage to recognize because you are doing enormous good to others. But when a spiritual sense has to be explored, where because our progress stops up. So now these are the advanced stages, right? So as we go forward, it's important to understand that we don't get stuck in the power game. Then the spiritual old age is easy. Yes, I've been there doing this for the last 10 years. That means everything is about blocking or learning. If somebody says these statements, oh yeah, so I worked in this company for 30 years and then I know how it works. So if we are trying to make a point and somebody says, you don't know how things work outside, I've been there for 20 years. So that means they're saying, hey, look, I know enough, you don't talk to me. They don't give me. So this also happens in spiritual practice, by the way. Yeah, I've done enough of meditation sessions to this community. I know how it works. That means we're blocked up. We recognize that every moment things are changing. What we had experienced yesterday may not be today. This is I love on this aspect with Patriji. His approach, his interest, his inclination has not changed a bit then and now in dealing with one person or a same person or a same place. It's always fresh, it's zero, it's going in and then doing. I've been there, done that is the part for the spiritual old age. Is I've been there, done that. That means they block themselves off. We block ourselves off because we think that we've done it in the past, so we don't need to do it again. So we continue, we recognize on these aspects, staying zero, recognizing there's always so much to learn, every moment is different, is a way to avoid these barriers, fall into them, and then get trapped and then stay back. Right. Let's go into meditation. And then Patriji's enlightenment hour is there today. Lots of wisdom. No matter how many times we hear, there is so much that's always coming in. Relax yourself, sit comfortably, dear friends. We are doing breath mindfulness meditation to empty your mind to experience the consciousness. Our goal is to empty the mind of all the thoughts and then become one with that energy field around. When we empty the mind of all thoughts, then we are merging, we are withdrawing our attention off the matter and merging with the energy. And we stay in that field, with that energy, in that emptiness for a long time. We do this by observing our breath, remove the specs, close your eyes, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, cross your feet at ankle, and then observe your natural breath at this point. As a reference, observe breath is going in and coming out. When you observe the breath, your natural breath, as the breath is going in and coming out at the reference point, then slowly you'll recognize that your breath is becoming shorter, lighter. Thoughts in the mind also come down. When you observe the breath, thoughts come down. And so we continue to observe the breath as thoughts are coming down. Then as the mind is becoming empty, we experience energy. That emptiness is energy. So we may have some kind of sensations in the body. Just be a witness to them. Be a witness to whatever that you may see. If you didn't see anything, it's great. Then you are anyway, you are into this emptiness. If you recognize your thinking, while observing the breath, suddenly we get dragged into thought. If you recognize your thinking, bring your attention back to the breath again, and then continue to observe. So it's pretty simple. We observe the breath, we experience the emptiness. If we, in that emptiness, we are being in that state for a long time, but if you recognize there is a thought, attention back to the breath again, and then continue to observe the breath again, go back to emptiness. This is the state. This is breath mindfulness meditation or Anapanasati meditation. Relax yourself. And we are doing something called heart elevation process, just for a few minutes. So follow my guidance actually for that with your eyes closed. The process will help us to get into empty states faster. With your eyes closed, dear friends, relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart with your eyes closed. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart with that slow, long, relaxing breath, dear friends? Breathe in to your heart center and feel. Your beautiful heart, your seat of all emotions, which is nurturing all life with its love energy, with gratitude, compassion. I want you to recollect an experience from your life, either from your past, present, or from your future mind movie, where you felt enormous love, joy, gratitude, appreciation, and relive that experience at this time and elevate yourself. Relive that moment and feel that energy of love, joy, gratitude inside your beautiful heart. The more we experience that energy of love, the more coherent we become with all things and everybody. We are all deeply interconnected with each other. Love, gratitude, appreciation are all the ways to become one again. To become coherent again. Feel it, feel that energy. And slowly, dear friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers. Eyes closed, rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. Our goal is to empty our mind. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness, that consciousness. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath. Allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. When our mind is becoming empty, we move into the generous present moment. All that liberated energy is channelized into the present moment we increase the power of thought. Be with your breath. It is natural to have thoughts when you recognize that you are thinking. Gently go back to observing your breath. Be with your breath. Observe your natural, normal in breath and the out breath. Observe any sensations in your body as you merge into that breath. When our mind is becoming empty, we transcend time and space. We forget about ourselves, our environment, and we experience that emptiness, that energy all around. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. Become aware of any sensations in your body. Can you sense energies in any part of your body, all around your body? If you find yourself distracted, go back to observing your breath and slowly find emptiness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts. Can you find that emptiness inside of you, all around you? Can you become aware of this emptiness? Where there's no body, where there's nothing, in no place and no time. Become aware of the emptiness inside of you, all around you, spreading far and wide. All emptiness is energy. This is that unlimited energy of the consciousness. Allow yourself to merge into it and stay connected as no body, as no thing. The longer you stay in this field, dear friends, the more you receive from it. If you find yourself distracted in thought, gently go back to observing your breath. and slowly find that emptiness all around. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, to this energy field, the more open you become, the more miraculous you become. Go deeper and deeper into that emptiness of yourself, dear friends. This is your divine self. This is your greater intelligence that's always paying attention. The longer you stay connected into this field as no body, as no thing, the more mystical you become. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself to experience this greater emptiness all around. Go deeper and deeper into this emptiness, this energy. Final few seconds, allow yourself to merge into yourself. Go deeper and deeper into that emptiness, your divine self, your consciousness, where everybody and everything are connected. Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body.
We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world, we can change the world one heart at a time.
As you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.